Hello all and welcome back to Unsung Heroes, the story of our great international association. My name is Leo Chitnis, your host, and today is a very special day. 104 years ago, Lions were just wrapping up their first international convention, held at the Adolphus Hotel in Dallas, Texas, USA. Dr. W.P. Woods of Evansville, Indiana, had just been elected the first president of the International Association of Lions Clubs. The work of Lions 104 years ago, over a 3-day period in Dallas, Texas, laid the groundwork for what would become the world's largest service club organization, with more than 1.4 million members across more than 200 countries and geographical areas. Dr. W.P. Woods was a physician from Evansville, Indiana, a small community in the northwestern corner of the state. As discussed previously, W.P. Woods started a predecessor organization to our great international association when he chartered the Royal Order of Lions in 1913. He had intended for this to be a fraternity, a secretive fraternity, analogous to the Masonic organizations which many had been accustomed to in the previous decades. Eventually, this association, this Royal Order of Lions, grew beyond Indiana, his hometown of Evansville, and had clubs across the middle of the United States. He wanted to expand into the southern United States, and in 1916 sent several representatives of the Royal Order into Texas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma to charter lodges there. They were successful, getting a few lodges to sign on, and they issued charters throughout the year of 1916. However, there was a problem that had been brewing. These southern clubs wanted to be luncheon clubs, rather than being the royal and fraternal and secret lodges that W.P. Woods had intended. So great was this problem that the organization splintered in two, between the royal lodges of the north and the luncheon clubs of the south, which was a very difficult problem for a practicing physician to attend to. So in 1916, Dr. W.P. Woods went to the South and met with several leaders of these newly established lodges. They reached an agreement to start a new organization that would be a subsidiary of the Royal Order of Lions, but would exclusively consist of lunch clubs and would have all of its clubs operating under that model. This organization was chartered as the International Association of Lions Clubs, based in Evansville, Indiana. This association would be a participant at the June 7, 1917 organizational meeting, which created our International Association of Lions Clubs, based in Chicago, Illinois. Eventually, the Royal Order faded out, as did W.P. Woods. His involvement with Lions Clubs at the international level was drawn back a bit in the 1920s when his practice expanded and he became more dedicated to his work as a physician. Later in his life, he created an affidavit signed by a notary in Indiana, which provides much of the knowledge we have today about the early years of Lions. Much of our history was not written down, but due to the recollection of W.P. Woods in the mid-1940s and 50s, we were able to get a lot more insight into how our founders operated and why this association was created. This gives us great insight into understanding who we are as Lions, and I think as we celebrate 104 years since the close of our first convention, I think we all ought to thank W.P. Woods for his contributions to our great association and this great organization which he's brought forth onto the earth, which in the past 104 years has served countless millions of people across the globe, has improved living conditions significantly, and it's also allowed us all to be connected through the common bond of service, which is something even more special. Let's celebrate W.P. Woods this October by bringing more Lions into this international family that he started. And let's continue to grow this association so that more people can benefit not just from the fellowship of Lions, but through the service that we are able to provide across the world.